here in the alley. There's something unusual happening.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the incredible origin of one of Spider-Man's most iconic yet underrated characters, Scarlet Spider. Whether you're a long-time fan or just getting to know him, you're in for an exciting ride as we break down how Ben Reilly became one of the most unique heroes in the Spider-Verse. So grab your web shooters and let's swing into action. Who is the Scarlet Spider? Benjamin Ben Reilly, also known as the Scarlet Spider, is a fascinating superhero from Marvel Comics. Created in a lab by Miles Warren, aka the Jackal, Ben is a clone of Peter Parker or Spider-Man, originally designed to fight his genetic counterpart. However, instead of becoming an enemy, Ben embraces his new identity and becomes an ally, eventually even being seen as a brother to Peter. The character made his first appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man number 149, October 1975, where he was seemingly killed off in the same issue. But Ben's story didn't end there. He made a major comeback during the 1994-96 Clone Saga, where he took on the mantle of the Scarlet Spider. Sporting a striking red spandex suit with a large spider symbol on both sides, the costume also includes a blue sleeveless hoodie and a utility belt, as well as bulkier web shooters. Ben's journey from clone to hero added a unique chapter to the Spider-Man saga, and his legacy continues to captivate fans today. Professor Miles Warren, consumed by an unhealthy obsession with his late student Gwen Stacy, who tragically died at the hands of the Green Goblin, embarks on a series of twisted experiments. After discovering that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, Warren blames the hero for making Gwen a target. Taking on the villainous alter ego of the Jackal, he attempts to clone Spider-Man. The first clone fails, suffering from degeneration and being discarded, but Warren eventually succeeds in creating stable clones of both Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy. After multiple attacks on Spider-Man, the Jackal forces both the hero and his clone to battle, with each convinced the other is the fake. Eventually, the two join forces to rescue Parker's colleague, Ned Leeds, and Gwen's clone. During this confrontation, an explosion appears to claim both Warren and the clone. However, Spider-Man's clone survives and realizes he isn't the real Peter Parker. Rejecting the idea of replacing Parker, he decides to forge his own path, adopting the name Ben Reilly as a tribute to his original self's Uncle Ben Parker and Aunt May's maiden name, setting out on a new, independent life away from the shadows of his origins.
Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm thinking about my past.
Ben Reilly as Spider-Man. Ben Reilly steps into the role of Spider-Man, adopting a new look with a fresh costume. Only a few heroes and villains realize that this version of Spider-Man is a completely different person. In his civilian life, Ben dyes his hair blonde and works at a cafe called The Daily Grind. He later bonds with the Carnage symbiote, transforming into Spider Carnage, but with the help of John Jameson, he manages to rid himself of the symbiote. Ben forms a relationship with Jessica Carradine, a student at Centennial University who harbors a personal vendetta against Spider-Man, believing him to be a murderer. Over time, Ben uncovers that Jessica's late father was the burglar who killed Uncle Ben and was sent to foster care after being arrested. Jessica reveals that her father claimed he had been framed by Spider-Man for Ben Parker's death. She holds the web-slinger responsible, not just for her father's fate, but for his death during another encounter with Spider-Man, refusing to believe it was a heart attack brought on by stress. When Jessica learns that Ben is Spider-Man, she faces the painful truth about her father. Ultimately, after witnessing Ben risk his life to save people from a burning building, she comes to accept Spider-Man as a hero and chooses to move forward with her life, leaving Ben behind. Meanwhile, Ben's life is disrupted by the Hobgoblin, who targets him under the orders of Spider-Man's old enemy, Mendel Stromm, now known as Gaunt. When Peter and Mary Jane return to New York, Ben discovers that Seward Trainer has been working with Gaunt for years. The bond between Ben and Peter strengthens as they grow closer, now seeing each other as brothers and sharing fond memories of their childhood. Ben introduces Peter to his Daily Grind colleagues as his cousin. Ben's past also comes back to haunt him, when his former lover, Janine Godby, is revealed to be alive. She had been forced to fake her death years ago by Kane as part of his plan to hurt Ben. After multiple confrontations, Kane realizes the weight of his actions and finally turns himself over to the authorities. Inspired by Kane's decision, Janine follows suit and does the same, closing a dark chapter in her life.
Gotta enjoy that.
Come on, punk. I'm itching to fight.
Scarlet Spider. Major events. The Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly, is one of the most complex characters in Spider-Man lore, transitioning from a mere clone of Peter Parker to a hero in his own right. His story explores identity, personal growth, and overcoming dark temptations, solidifying his place in the Spider-Man universe. Ben's journey starts in The Amazing Spider-Man No. 149, 1975, where he is introduced as a clone of Peter Parker, created by the villainous Jackal. Initially, Ben is part of a plot to replace Peter, but is seemingly killed off. However, he resurfaces during the 1990s Clone Saga, where he adopts the name Scarlet Spider. Donning a red costume and a bold spider emblem, Ben sets out to prove he is more than just a copy of Peter, marking the start of his transformation. The Clone Saga, 1994 to 1996, is pivotal, revealing Ben's true origins and his internal struggle with being a clone. As Peter steps down from his role, Ben briefly becomes Spider-Man, solidifying his place as a hero in his own right, despite confusion from the public and other heroes. This period showcases Ben's growing confidence and his battle to define his own identity. Ben's story takes another dramatic turn when he bonds with the Carnage symbiote. As Spider-Carnage, Ben becomes a more dangerous version of Spider-Man, struggling with his darker impulses. Eventually, he frees himself from the symbiote's control, showcasing his strength and commitment to being a true hero. That's the origin of the Scarlet Spider. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe and ring the bell for more content on all your favourite comic book characters. And of course, leave a comment telling me what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.